right, guys, what is going on? We are here on a Monday. Well, when I put this out, it'll probably be a Tuesday, but it's April 1st right now. So happy April Fool's Day. Hope you had a good one. We're here to talk about the Vinegar Syndrome April announcements. And look, guys, they got me. They got me with this one. I've been good for the past couple of months with Vinegar Syndrome. Now I have to buy something because look at this. We'll get into it here in a second, all the details. They announced Drop Zone, okay, with Wesley Snipes. Why did I say Snipes? Wesley Snipes and Gary Busey in this freaking movie. I used to love this film. I watched it all the time as a kid. Look, here's the thing. I'm a simple man. You announce 90s action, nice box set. I'm all over it. I'll be all over it every time. It's a shame we couldn't get like this for Face Off or Broken Arrow. Look, if cinematography does freaking Broken Arrow on 4K, like a box set like this, I will freaking lose my mind. Because look, I think Broken Arrow, I think that's a lost American classic. I think you could lump that in to this. If Drop Zone classifies, I think Broken Arrow could. But look, guys, before we get into it, we got other stuff. This is the cinematograph title. This is what I'm going to get into first. But there's the usual suspects for Vinegar Syndrome. The cult horror stuff. They got plenty of that. Okay, for you guys to salivate over, to dig into. Because here's the thing: when I make these videos, when I dive into the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, I get two types of comments. I get comments that are like, "This is all crap. I would never want to get any of this." And then I get, Ken, you don't know what you're talking about. Vinegar Syndrome is literally saving all of these very important genre films from the 70s and 80s. This is what Vinegar Syndrome does. If you don't like it, then just get out. Then don't even bother to talk about Vinegar Syndrome, okay? You're not worthy. So those are the types of comments I get. Look, I'm a fan of Vinegar Syndrome. I like some of their stupid cult horror movies. I also like it when they do like cool action movies like Drop Zone or cool adventure films like Congo. I like that stuff. I get excited for that stuff. But again, there's plenty of the cult horror titles to dig into. All right, let me make this a little bit bigger. Put myself at the top. We also got a frisbee to talk about as well, guys. But look, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get into it. Drop Zone on 4K. I'm very excited for this one, guys. Like this and Passenger 57, like Executive Decision with Kurt Russell. Like I used to watch these films. I love 90s action. Now, I haven't seen Drop Zone in a while. And when I first saw this, I was like, "Are you serious? Like this has to be like some other like Drop Zone, like from the 70s I'd never heard of." And I'm like, "No, that's literally Wesley Snipes there. Like you all did that? Like that's freaking cool." Let me make myself smaller. I just realized I'm covering Wesley Snipes' face. Now I'm not covering anything. All right, guys. So Drop Zone coming out on 4K. This is the Cinematograph number 17, and I collected up until 8, and I've missed out on the last 8 of the cinematography releases. So I'm jumping back in with 17 with Drop Zone, and there's some that I may go back and get at some point. But the price point here, guys, pretty hefty. I will say these are pretty nice additions. Like it's a nice hard box, and it's got a little digibook inside as well. We'll kind of scroll through this, and yeah, that shows the back right there, and that shows it without the J card that wraps around. And the artwork's nice. It's not spectacular, but it's nice. Then you got the back right there. Yeah, I cannot wait to watch this in 4K. I cannot wait. And I was looking, and Lionsgate was the last one to put out the Blu-ray. And I was also reading some reviews of the Blu-ray a lot because I never owned the Blu-ray. But a lot of people said it wasn't the Blu-ray was crap. So like this is going to be a really good upgrade for this movie, I think. And the Blu-ray is also out of print. It was like going for $80 or something on Amazon. But yeah, nice little digibook action going on right here for Drop Zone. You got a book inside, and the disc is in there with the book. So very cool. I'm so excited for this, guys. This is definitely going to be a pre-order for me, 100%. But another cool thing they did here, guys. If you want to pay, I think, yeah, $3 more, you can get a little parachute guy thing. I don't know what this is. It's like a little army man that has a cinematograph parachute. I mean, that's cool. I'm not gonna say it's not. I'm not gonna get it, but I think that's cool. I'll save that. I don't know. I might get it. It's just $3. I'm already gonna be paying like $50 anyway with tax and shipping. I might get the little parachute man. I might. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Should I get the parachute, man? I'll hold off a couple days on getting this just to get your feedback. Oh my god, I got no, never mind. I can't hold off. There's only 636 left in stock right now. I apologize, guys. By the time I put this out tomorrow, this could be sold out. I'm gonna try to share this in my community post, my community tab on YouTube, just to get it out there for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this like right when I'm done recording. I didn't realize it was already down to 636. But that just goes to show you guys there is a hunger for this 90s action stuff, for the 90s comedies. There's a hunger for this stuff. I would even, wager to say there's a hunger for 90s thrillers as well. Because I'm pretty sure Red Rock West sold very well. So, um, yeah, guys, I'm very excited. Yeah, nice little parachutes guy, and then you can also get this edition, or was it the parachute guy that was out of stock? Okay, the regular edition's still over 2,000. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. The regular edition's still over 2,000, but the parachute edition is down to 636, and they got one with the book as well that's out of stock. So if you want to get the book, it's out of stock. But yeah, this is John, Badham. I guess he directed it. I didn't even realize who directed the movie. And, notes from the sets of Saturday Night Fever, War Games, and more. So, there you go. Was it the same director as Saturday Night Fever? That would be interesting. All right, let's scroll down and look at the details here, guys. There's 4,000 units. Let's see. I'm not gonna go into the synopsis. Yeah, John, I'm probably butchering his name. John Badham, directed this one. It's starring Wesley Snipes, Gary Busey, Yancey Butler, Michael Lester, Malcolm Jamal Warner. It came out in 1994. So yeah, I was probably like 9 or 10 when I watched this. I mean, I used to, and I can guarantee you I watched this because I love Demolition Man. And I was just like, I gotta watch all the Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone movies of the 90s, that I can get my hands on at least. All right, 101 minutes. So this is a 2-disc set, 4K Ultra HD plus Region A Blu-ray. It's important, guys. If you're over in the UK, it's a Region A Blu-ray, or anywhere else in the world. 4K UHD presented in Dolby Vision, high dynamic range, new audio commentary with the director. Oh my goodness, new audio commentary with the director and the cinematographer, moderated by Cinematography's Justin Liberty. New audio commentary with film journalist Mike's Every. Surfers in the Sky, a new video interview with producer Wallace Nikita. A symphony of skydiving scoring drop zone, a new interview with film music historian Daniel Schweger about Hans Zimmer's score. So Hans Zimmer scored this movie. Whose films are these anyway? John Badham, From Filmmaker to Movie Maker, a new visual essay by Daniel Kremer. New text essays by film critics Simon Abrams and Bilge Ebery, culture historians. Yeah, new text essays. I guess that's in the booklet. So I mean, you got two new audio commentaries, and you got three new features here. I mean, this thing's stacked. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited for this one. Drop Zone on 4K, and the one with the book was $65. So yeah, pretty pricey for the one with the book. But yeah, that's Drop Zone. Like I said, they got me. They got me. I'm 100% spending $50 to get this one, and add it to the collection. Next up, guys, let's talk about Murder Rock. And I had to change the image right here, and I'm not going to be able to scroll back to like what the actual cover of this was. You can maybe see it at the bottom right there, because it was a naked lady. Okay, it was a naked lady on the cover, and she was revealing her chesticles. Okay, so I can't show that. I can't show that on YouTube. They're probably going to take my video down now just because I showed it for a little bit in that small little image right there. But yeah, Murder Rock. We talked about this before. I think on the physical media report, this one was rumored to come because somebody noticed like the boxes or something in the background of a Vinegar Syndrome warehouse pick online. But this is a nice like digi box edition. I can scroll back right here. Maybe you can see the box. And yeah, this is like a side loading hard box slipcase kind of deal. Like I said, I cannot show you the front of it. It's going for $45. This is Vinegar Syndrome 500. This is the 500th Vinegar Syndrome proper release. And this is a 4K. And yeah, that's as far as I'm willing to go right there for Murder Rock. And this thing's got 8,000 units. And oh yeah, it's a Fulci film. I forgot to mention it's a Lucio Fulci film. And I like Fulci, guys, so I'll probably be getting this at some point, but I'm not gonna get it right away. That's like a theme with me with Fulci movies. I didn't get the Beyond, I'm gonna wait for the standard version. And with this version, like, I want the slipcase, but with 8,000 units, I'll wait and see, like, how low it gets. If it's getting ready to sell out, I might go ahead and get it and just get it with drop zone. But it's one I can wait on. I can wait till it potentially goes on sale a little bit later. But this thing's stacked. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it this month. Maybe I'll get it this month. It's stacked. It's a 2 disc 4K Ultra HD region free Blu-ray, 4K UHD presented in Dolby Vision high dynamic range, newly scanned and restored in 4K from its original 35 millimeter camera negative. Oh, and the other thing I need to point out is that I think 88 Films is doing a 4K version of this. So there's another 4K coming. Like if you're in the UK, there's another 88 Films is doing this as well. But I don't think they're going to have all these interviews. Like this thing has got, oh my goodness, this thing's got like 10 new interviews in it, which is really cool. Audio interview with director Lucio Fulci as well, which is like 18 minutes. And yeah, you got interviews with the co-writer, a cinematographer, with some of the actors and actresses. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty stacked. This is a pretty stacked release, so it may be worth shelling out some money for, and it's got a 40-page perfect bound book as well. So yeah, guys, look, I crap on Vinegar Syndrome sometimes with what they release, but I think so far this is a pretty good month. You got Drop Zone. Like I'm excited for Drop Zone. And Murder Rock, like I think that satisfies the horror fans. I think a lot of people are excited to get that one. That more like obscure Lucio Fulci film from the 80s. Actually came out in 1984. But yeah, are you excited for Murder Rock? I apologize, I can't show you the cover right here. Let me know in the comment section. All right, let's move on to The Nesting. And this is another 4K. And this one I was reading the premise, it sounded pretty interesting as well. So again, like I'm we're kind of 3 for 3 right now on like titles I'm actually interested in, but this one, like I definitely won't get this month, but I may get like if it goes down to like, 15, $20 in a sale or, well, it's a Vinegar Syndrome sale. Who am I kidding? It'll go down to $25. I can maybe pick it up then. But this thing's going for 39.99. Yeah, Vinegar Syndrome has definitely like raised their prices pretty substantially. Because this is just a regular 4K, right? And you get the standard edition with no slipcase for 36.99. I mean, I know it's a 4K, but like that's just a slip cover. And that's $40 on that. Like it's the same price as Drop Zone, which is a hard box. So um but yeah, nesting, that like this one seemed like a pretty cool premise. I read it earlier. I can't remember what I read, but I remember liking what I read. 1981, this movie came out. It's 110 minutes. It's a 2 disc set, 4K Ultra HD, region free, Blu-ray, 4K UHD presented in Dolby Vision, high dynamic range, newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35 millimeter original camera negative. Commentary track with writer and critic Andy Marshall Roberts, acting as being brave, an interview with actress Robin Groves. You had The Outlaw Poets, an interview with actor Michael David Lally. Low Budget Miracle, an interview with associate producer, production manager Don Walters. The Sating of Desire, an interview with Nightmare USA author Stephen Thrower. And an audio interview with co-writer Daria Price, conducted by Extras producer Ewan Cant, which is 57 minutes. Like that this is a lot of features, guys. This is a lot of features on this one. So yeah, you can't say that Vinegar Syndrome, like I'm sure this is gonna look great. Look at that guy. He's getting pulled down by some monstrous creature in the lake. Um, I'm sure it's gonna look fantastic on 4K. It's got a lot of good features. And yeah, the nesting looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. And this next one, like I'm somewhat interested in. Devil Doll, and this one's actually got two movies in it. It's got Devil Doll plus Curse of the Voodoo. So I don't know if that's like the sequel or maybe it's yeah, well no, I think that's something different because it that on that side it says plus Devil Doll. Um, but this one looks pretty cool. It's like a haunted doll type movie, and this is actually from the 60s, I believe. Yeah, 1964 and 1965, both these movies came out, and they're both directed by the same person, Lindsay Shantef. So yeah, this one looked pretty cool though. Again, this isn't one I'll grab like day one, but maybe if it goes down on sale. Like I could see this one being in a, like a $13 sale or something like that. How a subscriber week sale. I could see it being one of those titles. And I could potentially, grab it then. Looks like it's got a nice little booklet in there. Looks like both movies are on the same disc. And this one's a Blu-ray. This is not 4K or anything like that. And you can scroll through. You see the puppet right there. Sure, it looks great, great quality. And yeah, this one looks kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Magic or something with Anthony Hopkins. It's giving me that kind of vibe. So yeah, potentially at some point I could maybe get this, but you got a few commentary tracks here. Looks like you got 3 commentary tracks, 2 for Devil Doll and 1 for Curse of the Voodoo. You got 3 new interviews and features, so all pretty lengthy. That's over an hour of features. So yeah, that one looks pretty cool. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right, let's get into the next one. This is coming from Vinegar Syndrome Archive. So this is a VSA edition. Why does this keep popping up? Igor and the Lunatics. Igor and the Lunatics. Okay, looked pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, this one I'm not interested in at all. I don't know what this is. Looks like some kind of like punk metal slasher movie. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Is this one worth it? Have you guys seen this? 1985, this movie came out, 79 minutes. The Lunatics Fringe, Remembering Igor and the Lunatics, 34 minutes, a making of documentary featuring interviews with co-director Brendan Faulkner. So yeah, pretty cool. Doesn't look like it's too stacked with features or anything, and it's still going for $32.99. So there you go. Are you excited for that? And then lastly, this is actually pretty cool. Again, like it's something I may get at some point, but this is a Marlon Brando film, Last Tango in Paris, and this is a 4K as well. This is also a 4K. This is coming out from Distribpix. Distribpix. Is that how you pronounce it? But they're putting this out, and yeah, this is a 4K. And I haven't gotten anything from this label, but you got Marlon Brando there on the cover, front and center. And I think this is an early 70s movie. Um, From what I was seeing, yeah, 1972. When did The Godfather come out? Wasn't The Godfather also 1972? I wanna say it was. Um, and then The Godfather 2, I think, was 1974. So this might be the same year that The Godfather came out that Marlon Brando did this film, but yeah, this is one that's will definitely be on my radar. I think it's pretty cool. They're diving into these, like, these cool, like, early '70s films. I don't know too much about this movie, but looks pretty cool. From Parma to Paris, um, you got that one. You got Our Last Tango, Before the Tango, a conversation with Bernardo Bertolucci. Yeah, that's an archival one. I was gonna say this director cannot still, like, maybe he is still alive, but like um, that seems pretty unlikely, I would say. So this says Distripix, and Mezzaline. Is that how you pronounce that? So is this a dirty movie? Is this Brando doing some kind of a dirty film? Maybe dirty adjacent, something like that. But this has 2,000 units. But yeah, looks pretty cool. I mean, Last Tango in Paris. Let me know if you've seen that, if you're excited for that. And let's dive into this frisbee. So I think every year, I think they do this on April Fool's Day. They'll do some kind of thing where you pay $10 or you buy something and then you get something, down the line, like a bonus movie or a slipcover, like for the Invisible Maniac, that allows you to see through the girl's outfit. I think that was like 2023 that came out. Last year it was like some kind of slipcover that you drew yourself or something like that. And they're saying now that they're not doing that anymore. But they're selling you a frisbee instead, and they're done with their shenanigans. That's what they said when I was reading it. They're selling you a frisbee for 25 bucks. And I would assume that if you buy this frisbee, that you'll get some kind of bonus later on down the line. I would assume that. Now they're not saying that that's the case, but I would assume this is probably going to be the same kind of deal as the Invisible Maniac and the coloring slipcover from last year. You'll get some. I feel like you'll get something for this. They're not coming out and saying that, but this is kind of the replacement for that thing they've done the past few years. So that's what I would say. But anyway, guys, if you want a frisbee, $25 and it says Vinegar Syndrome on it. Cool. All right, let's dive into the partner label stuff real quick. I'll be real fast because this most of this stuff I just have no idea what the hell it is. We got Film Movement Classics putting out Artie Shaw, Time Is All You've Got. Saturn's Core is putting out Bone Sickness. Then we got Shudder putting out Good Madame. Then you got Music Box Selects putting out Heavier Trip, which looks like Sting on the cover. Then you got The Human Pyramid and The Punishments, 2-movie set coming out from Icarus Films. Then we've got Louder Than You Think, a lo-fi history of Gary Young and Pavements coming out from Factory 25. IFC Films is putting out Love Crime. That's a pretty cool slipcover. Then you got Film Movement Classics putting out the Marquise of O. You got Physician Heal Thyself coming out from Memory. Film Movement's putting out Playgrounds. VHS Hitfest is putting out Project Omicron. Then you got Yellow Veil Pictures putting out Rats. Magnolia Pictures putting out Severance, which Umbrella put that out. And I've got the Umbrella edition because I think that came out in January. And I'm fairly certain it's the same movie. I don't think this is a different film because it's talking about a bloody office outing, and I'm pretty sure that's what the other one was. Yeah, it's Christopher Smith. Like that's the same guy that directed Creep. So yeah, if you're in the US though and didn't want to get that Umbrella version, this is probably a cheaper option for you to get this movie over here. Then you got the American Genre Film Archive putting out The Sword and the Claw, and no, not lastly, ETR Media is putting out Underdeveloped, which is a recent film, and I was looking into this one. It's got Tom Arnold in it. The cast in it was actually kind of good. Thomas Ian Nichols, Tom Arnold, David Kushner, who is Champ from Anchorman, and then you got Sam Levine in it, who is in Freaks and Geeks and some other stuff. I can't think of everything Sam Levine's been in, but he's been in some stuff. But that's a newer film. That's a 2022 movie. So that one seemed kind of cool, but again, nothing I'm super, interested in getting right away or anything. And then lastly, or not lastly, but we got What We Left Unfinished from Decalogue, and then you got When You Get to the Forest from Cartoonia. So that's awesome, guys. Look, I think that this was a pretty decent month for Vinegar Syndrome. I'm gonna call it like it is. Drop Zone, like that's a big one for me. Like that's up there with Congo. Like I'm very excited for Drop Zone. Murder Rock seems cool. Seems like a cool 80s slasher movie directed by Fulci. I'm sure it's really good. Or I'm sure it's, decent enough to watch. The Nesting sounded cool. So like I'm interested in 3 of these titles at least. Well, I'm interested in 4 because I would maybe get Devil Doll as well. And Last Tango. So that's 5 that I'm kind of interested in. 2 I might get this month. So this is a good month. I think this is a solid month for Vinegar Syndrome. So thumbs up for April. I think the first month, second month, and third month, first month was thumbs in the middle, and February and March were thumbs down. This is thumbs up. I think this is the first like really solid month of the year for Vinegar Syndrome. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You always do. All right. And I love it and I appreciate it. But like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos. I'll have all this stuff linked down below, guys. If you want direct links to the main Vinegar Syndrome stuff that I talked about, not all the partner labels, but the main stuff, I'll link that stuff down below for you guys. But turn on bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.